For the next 24 hours, I'm going to be spending every single minute in the most obese city in Australia. I'm going to be travelling here to find out if this city is truly as unhealthy as they say it is. Australia is known to be a place that inhabits most of its locals living a predominantly outdoor lifestyle. As a country known for its beaches, good-looking people, and great weather, apart from Melbourne of course, it's a fair assumption that most Australians would be in pretty good shape. But is that really true? Tamworth, a small city located a 5-hour drive away from Sydney, was recently voted Australia's fattest city, with 61% of the local population considered obese. I decided to drive into the city to find out why. I weighed myself before I entered and wanted to see if after a day of eating in Tamworth, would I change physically? Exactly 80. Right guys, we've currently arrived in a place called Tamworth. I'm excited to see what Tamworth is like, meet the beautiful people, and really get stuck into this obesity crisis that Tamworth is facing currently. Did you know that Tamworth is rated Australia's most obese city?
I don't want to hear about it.
Nah?
No, see you later.
Off to a good start, you know? And why do you think Tamworth is rated Australia's most obese city?
Because of all the takeaway here, and it just keeps on coming, and people can't say no.
There's a lot of options for people, and I just don't think, they're a little bit lazy and don't want to cook for themselves and just want to go for that cheaper option.
I would say that's pretty clear. We have an awful lot of junk food facilities here. We've got so many fast food outlets, it's ridiculous.
After hearing the opinions of the people, I wanted to find a place where I could eat a Tamworth-style breakfast. I was told about a well-known cafe called Gusto in the centre of Tamworth CBD. So, I'm from Sydney, first day in Tamworth.
Okay.
What would a local's breakfast be?
So that's either pancakes, waffles, or French toast.
Whoa. Wow. Thank you so much.
Sure.
If we had to guess real quick,
Yeah.
how many calories do you reckon is in this one and that one?
I don't know, like heaps.
According to the National Library of Medicine, the recommended daily calorie intake for an adult female is around 2,000 calories per day, while for an adult male, it's around 2,500 calories per day. Oh my goodness, bro. All right, let's start with the frappe. So they've got ice cream on the top, they've got brownies here as well, and marshmallows, and heaps of syrup. This is like 1,000 calories, guys, right here. Over here, I reckon 2,000. Bro, this is insane. I reckon by the end of today, I'm gonna put on at least 3 kilos minimum. Bro, and this whole thing was $22, guys. Tamworth locals know how to eat. Brownie inside the frappe. Can I ask you a few quick questions? We've come to Tamworth because Tamworth was actually rated Australia's most unhealthy city.
We do have like a high obesity rate. Junk food's cheap, so like if you're gonna buy something, if you don't have a lot of money, you're gonna buy junk food. Kids aren't really as active before because they're talking about putting more money into the sports fields. But like not a lot of people can go to it because it's expensive.
After finishing my first meal in Tamworth, which was literally 3 days worth of food in one sitting, I realized that this extreme dopamine I had received from this breakfast would be hard for anyone to control. I started to empathize with the people of this town and could see this was a big issue that they were facing. I decided to visit a local gym to see if the Tamworth gym goers agreed, and to also try and burn off some of those calories that I just ate. Quick question for you. Did you know that Tamworth was rated the #1 most obese city in Australia?
I did actually, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think we've got a few too many fast food restaurants.
I think that's probably lack of stuff to do. Not much here to do at all.
I have no idea, mate.
How about the food facilities here?
We got 4 McDonald's, 2 KFCs, 2 Red Roosters. It's a lot.
Do you think it's potentially the lack of gyms and health facilities around?
Honestly, I do not know.
I think it's just more people need to get out and actually try the gym and everything.
What about the health education in Tamworth? Do you think that needs to be improved?
It does. Yeah. Really does.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. After speaking to the people at the gym and hearing much of the same things, I wanted to see if I could do something to help the people of this town. Right, you guys, right now is the moment of truth. We have an opportunity to interview the Mayor of Tamworth to try and address some of the problems that the people have been speaking about. I'm not sure if he's even in the office, but we've been told where he stays and where he works from, so wish us luck. Hello, how are you? Quick question. I make social media videos, and we're doing a video today, and it's called I Went to Australia's most unhealthy / obese city, which is actually Tamworth. We were wondering if we could have a quick chat to the mayor about what his thoughts are about the obesity crisis here. Jamie, I think we have had some good luck today, guys. Fingers crossed the mayor actually wants to speak to us. After waiting for what seemed like over an hour, we were told that there would be a 50% chance of the mayor being able to speak to us today. All this waiting made me hungry, so while we waited for the mayor's staff member to call us back, I decided to check out a place called West Tamworth Leagues Club and eat some more food. Alright guys, so it is time for meal number 2 in Tamworth. What we have here is called the Texas Yoda Burger. Plus we also have this, which is called Smokies Ribbon Rump Combo. If I was to estimate how many calories this would be, I would say somewhere around 3,000 calories. Oh, look at that guys. Bro, I've messed it completely. This is how men eat. We're very messy. When I cook at home, I never have any presentation skills. I just kind of go with whatever's there, you know? Oh, look at that. That is a fatty burger with 2 massive patties. As I was about to finish lunch, a few of the locals saw us filming and told us about a man named Steve that was a local bus driver for the West Tamworth Leagues Club. Steve has had a history of health problems and was kind enough to let us interview him and to share his story. Steve, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good mate. Steve, I am.
So, Steve, are you from Tamworth?
Yeah, mate.
How long have you lived in Tamworth for?
59 years.
You like it here?
Yeah, mate, love it.
Did you know that Tamworth is actually rated Australia's #1 most obese city?
No, I didn't know that.
So there was actually a statistic done recently where they gave Tamworth that sort of prize. What are your thoughts on that?
Not good. The old story is we've got to help ourselves too.
And do you yourself have any friends or people that you know that have health problems?
I lost my mum. She was only 47. She died of a heart disease, but yeah, it was very sad. She went down for a heart bypass and never come out of it. Yeah, I've lost a brother with cancer, and he was 54, had liver and bowel, and lost a few people lately. But it's sad, the cancer, but you get a lot of people have heart attacks and yeah.
And how would you kind of like send a message to the people of Tamworth to empower them to take control of their health?
Be positive with yourself, but do something with your life. Go get a job, help people, mow the lawn, do exercise, play sport. Yeah, that was the main thing I was doing, we used to play sport. And when you're Indigenous, if you play sport, otherwise it's hard for some Indigenous people if you're not. Yeah.
After hearing his story yesterday, I really wanted to make sure that I could speak to the Mayor of Tamworth. We hadn't heard a response from his team yet, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. After hours and hours of searching far and wide for the Mayor of Tamworth at his favourite well-known cafes and spots, nothing seemed to be going our way, until something unexpected happened. Excuse me, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Quick question, you Kevin Anderson?
I am. Who are you, mate?
I'm Jamie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
We're doing a video today for YouTube.
Good on you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but Tamworth has been rated Australia's #1 most obese city. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, what we try and do is provide every opportunity for kids to get involved in sport, adults to get involved in sport.
So why do you think Tamworth has come to the point where it is known as that in Australia?
I think everybody has a role to play to make sure that people have opportunities to eat healthy.
We were speaking to some of the locals, and the locals were saying that gyms versus fast food places in Tamworth are kind of like outnumbered, so that's why they thought the problem existed here. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, we've got plenty of opportunity for gyms in Tamworth for people to get exercise. You know, there's a big brand new one opening up in Bridge Street, Tamworth. Go for a squeeze over there, you'll see it.
What's it called? Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
There's
you heard of that?
America. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and made you look like you use it, so that's good.
Definitely, thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, I'm anytime.
A final message for the people of Tamworth if they're struggling with health and fitness.
Oh, look, you just got to look after yourself. Plenty of opportunities to get out, go for a walk, go for a run, plenty of walking track, plenty to see, plenty to do, plenty of activity. Get outside and enjoy it.
What I realised from this trip is that obesity and poor health can affect people in many different ways. Tamworth's obesity crisis is just a mirror of what is a much more global problem that we're all facing around the world. With 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men developing cancer during their lifetime, we all need to be focusing greater importance and priority on our health. If there was one thing I learned from this trip, it's that the little things count. That one small decision of buying a burger instead of a healthy meal creates a habit over time, and habits become our way of life. No matter what country we live in or how old we are, anyone can suffer from obesity or chronic disease. This trip to Tamworth has changed my perspective on many things, and the lessons learned from this has motivated me to pay closer attention to my own health and to influence those around me in a much more positive way. Alright you guys, so it is currently the next day. Let's see how much weight I've put on in my 1-day trip to Tamworth. Okay. 82, so 2 kilos. Interesting.